to know about the chakras has two aspects. There is the understanding of it, and there's the energetic part of it. The understanding of it is an understanding of our desires. We wonder, why do we have all these desires? Where do they come from? So the chakras explain it to us, how these desires emerge out of the interaction between our ego and the elements out of which our body is made. So now we desire to secure this body because we identify with the earth element from which it is made and which gives it this form. Earth element is the only element which has a fixed form. All other elements have a variable form. Like water, it will flow, it will take any form, and as the container, and the container is made of earth. So and then in water element we identify when we identify with our emotions, where also in the blood plasma the neurotransmitters play the role in the watery element of our body. And the fire, we identify with the seeing and the being seen and our public image and so on. So to understand that is very important, because otherwise, how to deal with this feeling of imperfection? The only way to accept our imperfection is to see this process of gradually going beyond the attachment level of every chakra, and gradually having a desire that is more elevated, that is more bringing us towards that divine, towards that objective of yoga. So that is there, very important, very essential. And I also feel that many people who have a wrong understanding on the subject of yoga and get frustrated because of it, it is because they have never understood the chakras. Once you understand how this works, then you are at peace with your own development. As long, as you do a little bit of work also, a little bit of effort. A work in progress does require work. So, but if that is there, then we can accept that, it'll take some time. But naturally, this energy will move up. The second part of working with the chakras is actually more energetically. And so then there are different methods, different techniques there where we can work with the chakras. But the most essential technique of working with the chakras, of course, is in Kundalini Yoga, where we try to rise the Kundalini energy. First awaken it in first chakra and then make it rise in the Brahmanadi, in the very center canal of our spine, upwards. But fortunately, that most essential part of the story is something which also happens automatically. As our consciousness rises above the elements, so will the Kundalini energy rise also above the elements. This goes together, so no knowledge actually of Kundalini Yoga is needed for Kundalini Yoga to happen. But so this is something which actually only happens in the deep meditation. It is not something that happens before that phase. But in the deep meditation, automatically, when we leave the awareness of the body, when we are no longer aware of sitting there, then that actually means that the Kundalini energy is moving upwards from first chakra, etc., etc. I mean, there, slowly we move inside towards the center, away from the elements, and so also the Kundalini energy will rise in the chakras. But of course, there are other techniques which are very useful to work with the chakras, and they mostly involve prana visualization. We have discussed this also when we talked about the meditation series. In the meditation series, there's a part where I explain about that, how we can visualize pranic energy moving through certain gates, certain chakras, and thereby releasing certain tensions that are there, releasing certain emotions and certain attachments actually, and feel much more detached and light as a result of that. So these practices are very good, and there especially I recommend heart breathing, using breaths together with prana visualization and on the level of the heart chakra, and in that way, bring much more peace and also comfort, I would say, to your own feeling. And then the second one, of course, is here, where here we can also center and visualize prana moving in and out with the breath, and in that way bring our focus to a higher level. Those are the two main ones, but in every chakra actually we can work with prana visualization to unblock certain more gross aspects of it. When we're talking about Kundalini moving upward, then we're talking about a very subtle level that actually is a matter in deep meditation. But just in life, we can work also with the more gross energies of the chakras through this prana visualization.